many years ago, there was a man who felt fire in his soul.
To say welcome to all of you, and welcome to everyone from around the world. Welcome specifically inside of that Facebook page to the U.S. field, and welcome to our guests, our customers. I've invited many of mine for this first hour because of the tremendous information. And before I introduce our speakers for the night, I just want to take the time to speak for the USANA family. I know that I speak for all of you that were at convention, and I will be speaking for all of you as you hear this information for when it's a gratitude to the home office, to all of the executive board, to all the scientists, to the entire, all of the marketing team, and all of the people in VIP and customer service, and all those people that have worked and worked and worked. I know they couldn't even get any sleep. And you gave us one of the best conventions that we have had. In fact, you gave us the best convention we've had in quite a few years. And I think part of it is because we're really hungry entrepreneurs. We're really hungry in health, and we're hungry in business. And you've satisfied so much of that hunger in us this year. 7 new products that you're going to hear about in a few minutes, and also tremendous business information, tremendous business, not only information, but challenges and ways for us to move forward and help our people and our team and our new clients and our new customers. And I'm so proud tonight to be part of the USANA family. I have been for 23 years, but probably never prouder than right now. And I want to say thank you, Lori. Thank you, Dr. Rob, because as you speak tonight, you represent all those, what is it, something like 1,100 people at the home office that made this all happen correctly. So from us to you, thank you. And now I'm just going to introduce to you our Chief Scientific Officer, someone that we're all very proud of, very excited to hear from, and someone that's not only scientific, but he's been the chief scientific officer before. He has business background. He has incredible science background. And we're so proud he's ours. We're so proud that he represents the 85 plus scientists at USANA, and that he represents the Dr. Wentz vision and all that Dr. Wentz has asked for in the scientific area. And tonight we're going to have Dr. Rob share with us all about the new products. And so I'm just going to turn it over to you, Dr. Rob, and thank you for everything that you did at convention and going into that event.
Okay, Patti, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, terrific, good. Well, it's great to be with you guys. I'm up here now in Park City in Utah after the convention. A lot of us are, well, quite frankly, we're exhausted, but it's a good kind of exhausted. No, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Patti.
I do.
You know, yeah, exactly. So last week was literally, it was 7 18-hour days. But all of that, I mean, you've got 8,000 people that came in from all over the world to share the excitement of USANA, the new products, all the new business opportunity launches that took place. And it was totally worth the time. I mean, I've been in the industry now for 20 some years, almost 30 years. And that's the way it is. But you know what? You either come away from a convention feeling really good about it, or feeling like, oh, it's going to be a bad year ahead. No, see, right? Am I right, Patti?
Right? Yes, you are.
Okay. So, and you said it. You said, I mean, I heard it from, I met so many long timers with USANA this week. I met a lot of people that have been with USANA for 20 years, 25 years, and almost unanimously, they've said that this is the best convention that they've had in over 10 years, which is just a fantastic milestone, because I thought the other ones were pretty good too. But I totally get it. I understand why this one was different. There was a lot of meat and substance to this one.
Yes.
Exactly right. So it wasn't just a lot of talk. It was actually a lot of action. There was a lot delivered, both on the business incentive side. Kevin Guest sent out some pre-convention messaging, before maybe a month or so, 2 months before the convention, and said, this is one you don't want to miss. There's a lot of business things that are going to be happening. He knew that my team was coming through and delivering on multiple product launches. Matter of fact, we had more to launch than we could actually launch at convention. Okay, so our pipeline is so full right now that literally we've got just brilliant inventions that are just right now they're waiting for the right opportunity, for this growth opportunity that we're about to enter into. But the great thing is we still launched a whole bunch of products and did it in a great way. That was my major role at the convention. Is I'm really blessed to lead it's the most brilliant scientific team I've ever met in this industry. They are just, I've got 85 scientists that work for me every single day. And they range from being nutritionists to medical doctors to nurses to biochemists, all these different fields, microbiologists, and we all contribute to really producing the vision that is Dr. Wentz's vision. So our number one goal in life is to carry on Dr. Wentz's vision, because that's what makes USANA different than all the other companies in this industry. Is, there's a lot of companies out there, and it really makes me mad sometimes. I've told you this before. It really makes me mad when there's companies out there that say, oh, we're the science company. We're the science company. No, they're not. I've hired all their scientists. They're scientists. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Their scientists all come to me for jobs because they get frustrated working for these other companies that call themselves science companies, and they don't do actually science. So
thank you for sharing that.
No,
that's honest.
And it's the absolute truth. It's the absolute truth. And I've got documentation of it. If anyone wants to call me out on that, I've got proof of that. But the simple fact is that there's a lot of companies out there that I run into them all the time in this industry. They say, oh, we're the science company. We're the science company. BS. They are not the science company. They don't even have any scientists that are doing research. They don't publish anything. So I'm really proud that we can launch these products and be able to not only launch the products, but what you're going to see is just an amazing flurry of activity to follow up the launch of these products. Because this is something that USANA, as a mature company now, being a 26-year-old company, and being quite mature in the ways we do things. First of all, I've got to give a huge shout out to our leader, our CEO, Kevin Guest.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, gosh, yes.
He is the best CEO I've ever worked for in my life, by far, by 1,000-fold better than anybody else I've ever worked for, including me, and I was the CEO. But he is just so humble and visionary, and it's not about him. It's about the success of the associates and the success of the company. And he always puts that first. And even if it means taking hard actions, things that, temporarily cut into the profit margin or temporarily, reduce shareholder value, it's something that he's willing to do that because he knows in the long term, this pays off. And so he's been a huge advocate of research and development. The great thing is that people at USANA know that research and development is not an expense. Okay, we're not expending it and then just wasting the money. It's a great investment at USANA because we do science the right way. We take $1 million, or in the case of this year, $10 million in research and development funding. No questions asked about it. It's like you get $10 million, and we invest that very well in product research, consumer testing, clinical testing of the products, making sure that the products that we launch at convention are going to be home runs. Every single product, it's not going to be a single or a double or a bunt. It's going to be a home run type of product. And so we've got there were 4 major launches. There were a bunch of other ones that were launched. But I want to go through those major launches for people that weren't there at convention, and let them know what all is behind those products so that they can understand, the magnitude of what it takes to launch a really good product. This is not stuff that we're just pulling off the shelf, or some vendor comes to us and says, hey, we've got something that we can push out into your system. We're not that kind of company. So for example, the USANA toothpaste and oral probiotic, which we launched at convention, was a huge hit, sold out within hours. I know I got an email from you. I got a message from you within about an hour that everything was completely sold out.
God, yes.
Yeah. And I told you, I said, Patti, calm down. It'll be okay. There's a resupply coming. We anticipated this was going to happen. There's going to be a resupply. But then what happened was the resupplies showed up, and that completely sold out within just record time. So anyway, so these are definitely home run type of products that we're really proud of. The USANA toothpaste and oral probiotic, I absolutely love this. I love this product. It is, in my dream world, I want products that people are going to use to improve their health every single day. And this is one of those kind of products that it's just a product that once people use it and get exposed to it and feel the experience of it, they're going to use this product every single day. And it's a really simple oral care system. It's a simple two-step approach. So what we did was we reformulated USANA's toothpaste. Okay, the toothpaste that USANA had previously, you know what? Honestly, I'll give it a B. Okay, maybe a C plus. But it was an okay product. But the problem was it was kind of brown looking, so a lot of people were turned off by it. But it was very nice, natural toothpaste. But we found ways of improving it. First of all, we wanted to make it a whitening toothpaste. We wanted to make it so that it polished people's teeth gently. We put in very safe ingredients. These are what are called EWG ingredients. So the Environmental Working Group, which is, if anybody wants to Google that, Environmental Working Group, it's a nonprofit organization that basically develops consensus on ingredients that are used in cosmetics and consumer products, and develops a ranking of these on the basis of their safety, based on published safety information. And so when we set out to revise USANA's toothpaste, we want to make sure all the ingredients in there are completely non-toxic, so they have a very low EWG score. So we were able to create a toothpaste that is, it's very safe, gentle, it tastes good, it's got a nice minty, fresh taste, not too overpowering. Some toothpastes are a little overpowering, but it's really gentle. Uses sea salt, sodium bicarbonate, and some silica to polish your teeth. Uses very gentle cleansers to cleanse your teeth. I mean, honestly, if you're taking care of your teeth, you shouldn't need to use a jackhammer 3 times a day on your teeth to clean your teeth. It should be a very gentle process. And so when we designed the new USANA toothpaste, we designed it to be very gentle but very effective. So people can use it safely 3 times a day after every meal to make sure that their teeth are very clean. And then we put in this really brilliant idea that's been germinating at USANA since 2016 when I came on board. When I came on board, it was a very embryonic type of project. And it was this project called oral probiotic. And I'm very familiar with probiotics. I believe probiotics are pretty much the future of nutrition in the world. I mean, there's always going to be classical nutrition, the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, the cell signaling ingredients, things like that. But the microbiome, I really believe that's the trigger for human health. I really believe that balancing the microbiome on your body, so in your mouth, in your digestive tract, on your skin, everywhere on your body, is really the key to unlocking the potential for human health. My grandmother used to tell me years ago, whenever I felt sick or, was coming down with something, she would always say, it's your stomach. Oh, it's your stomach. And I thought, well, that's crazy. What are you talking about? How is all of this my stomach? But you know what? She was right, because a lot of it does trace to your microbiome. And what she meant by your stomach was was really the microbiome. She, you know, in her language, you know, she talked about stomach, but she really meant like all the bacteria in your body. So anyway, so this oral probiotic is a fantastic new product. So after, at nighttime, okay, when you're getting ready to go to bed, hopefully everybody brushes their teeth when they go to bed. If you don't, that's really gross and you need to change your habit and get that fixed. But anyway, so let's assume that everybody, as they're going to bed at night, they brush their teeth for one last time. They use the USANA toothpaste, which leaves them with a nice, clean, minty feeling. They rinse their mouth with cold water. You know, that makes their mouth feel really clean and alive, and they feel really good. The problem is that even after you've done that, you've only removed probably about 90% of the bacteria in your mouth. Okay, so as you sleep at night, what's going to happen is that bacteria is going to grow back in your mouth. Okay, and it's kind of random what grows back, but there's hundreds of bacteria in your mouth. And unfortunately, the pathogenic ones, the bad bacteria, tend to grow faster than the good ones. The good ones are slower growing. So what we did was we created this oral probiotic. So after you brush your teeth at night and your mouth is clean, you can just go ahead and take one of these lozenges. It's a dissolvable lozenge that you put into your mouth. It's very simple. You just pop it out of the blister pack. They're all safety sealed, blister packed, hermetically sealed so that it preserves the bacteria that's inside. And you put this lozenge in your mouth and you swirl it around and it dissolves. And it's got a nice minty taste, not overwhelming, but just a nice fresh taste, not too sweet, but it's got xylitol, sorbitol in there. And it seeds your mouth with good bacteria, which is really an innovative type of thing to do because what happens is if you seed your mouth with good bacteria, now all of a sudden the good ones outnumber the bad ones. And then as you're sleeping at night, your mouth is closed and you're snoring or whatever it is that you do, dreaming, hopefully, having nice dreams. These bacteria are growing back in your mouth. And since you seeded your mouth with good bacteria, over 1 billion of them, so each tablet contains over 1 billion bacteria, and we chose specifically 3 strains of bacteria that have been proven to be very beneficial for oral health. So these bacteria were developed by a company that specializes in this, in medical biomics. And actually, this is really interesting. To me, I'm a scientist, so I geek out on this kind of stuff, but I think this is really interesting, is these bacterial strains were actually isolated from the mouths of newborn, or not newborn, but infants. So very healthy infants, because babies have very healthy mouths because the pathogens haven't really developed and taken a hold in their mouth yet. So their mouth is very healthy. The bacteria in there are generally good. And so what they did was they've isolated bacteria that are beneficial for your mouth and then grow them in culture. All of these strains of bacteria have all been clinically tested. And so when you seed your mouth at night, you know, these good bacteria grow in your mouth, and you'll notice it right away. Maybe not on the first night, but definitely on the second, third, fourth night. And from then on, you'll notice is you'll wake up in the morning, and rather than having dog breath or whatever, you've got really nice, fresh breath. Your mouth feels clean. You can rub your tongue around your teeth, and there's no plaque. It feels really nice and clean, and you feel really good. And that's a good reinforcing behavior. But then also the longer term, this is not just oral health and bad breath is not just a cosmetic thing. It's a very important medical issue. You know, increasingly the bacteria in the mouth, you know, if people have very bad dental health, what happens is these bacteria in your mouth tend to leak through your gums. You know, if people have periodontal disease and it breaks through their gums, and it will actually get into your bloodstream. And they've actually cultured bacteria from your mouth in things like plaques that form in your arteries. And so it turns out that these bacteria, this pathogenic bacteria in your mouth, don't necessarily stay in your mouth. they can actually go through your body. So the point is that you really want to keep these bacteria in your mouth under control and very healthy. So USANA's oral probiotic is designed to do just that. So we developed this in conjunction with a company that specializes in probiotic bacteria. This product was actually in its embryonic stage when I came on board back in 2016. It's been through all sorts of prototyping, consumer testing, clinical testing, and then finally to the point where 3 years later, we were able to launch it at convention. So we're really delighted with that particular product. And then we've got 2 other products that we want to talk about too. But Patti, first of all, I want to make sure you're there still, but then also if you have any quick questions.
Yes, I actually have a question on this part. I wanted to know, this was a big product for me because I had silver fillings all my life since I was like 5. And so I had really bad gum issues. And so I wanted to know 2 things. Number 1, can we take more than 1 lozenge, and is there benefit to that? And number 2, do we do the oral care, and then after that's dissolved and we go to sleep or go to bed, do our pure rest? Because I want to do both.
Oh, okay. Okay. Those are good questions. So yeah, I'm in the same generation as you too. So my mouth was loaded up with silver fillings, which, it's just the time that nobody does that anymore, but I've had all mine removed
Yes, me too.
by now. Yeah. You've had them. So anyway, so that's all in the past. But, it had some lasting, effects on my mouth. But what I'm doing is I'm just focusing in on going forward. I want to do everything right. So that may not have been the right move, but nobody knew back then. So going forward, I want to use a very gentle toothpaste, which USANA's is. I don't want to be using fluoride on my teeth. I just don't think that it's very necessary. And
Yes.
also, Dr. Wentz and I both agree strongly that fluoride is something that's probably overused. And it also, in addition to fluoride being a toxin in itself, it's also a very electronegative element that tends to bind to a lot of the beneficial minerals in your body, things like calcium, magnesium, and remove them from your body. And then also it displaces a lot of the important nutritional elements in your body, the other halogens, like iodine, for example, where a lot of people are iodine deficient, and the constant introduction of fluorine into the body actually aggravates that iodine deficiency. So anyway, so we're addressing iodine from a nutritional standpoint. We have very good levels of iodine in our USANA products, but then also by not putting fluoride in the toothpaste, we feel that helps the nutritional status as well. And then as far as taking pure rest, I might suggest to you that you do it the other way around, where you go ahead and take the pure rest first and then brush your teeth and then seed your mouth. Because the pure rest right? Because the pure rest takes about 20, 30 minutes for it to take an effect anyway. So you can go ahead and take the pure rest, let it dissolve, have a glass of water to wash it away, and then go ahead through the oral care ritual. Because I don't think the pure rest has any ingredients that are going to really interfere with the probiotic seeding. But honestly, I've never checked into that myself, so I don't know. I don't know that for a fact that it wouldn't have a negative effect. And then your third question is about whether you can take more than 1 tablet. And absolutely, you can take more than 1. I think for most people, probably taking more than 1 is probably diminishing returns. I don't want people to waste their money. I want people to have the optimum health and not waste their money. I think 1 billion bacteria to seed your mouth at night, and they're active live bacteria. We've measured that already. So I think that should be plenty. If people have continuing issues, I think maybe they could try 2. I think if you go much beyond 2, I think it's going to be really diminishing returns for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I really like your answer of the pure rest first, because then we're going to get the very best of the oral probiotics. Thank you. That makes total sense.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so then the next major product that we launched at convention was Estro Pro, which is just this fantastic new women's health product. USANA's had a very good product on the market for a lot of years called phytoestrogen. And phytoestrogen it's a very good product. It continues to be a very good product. The technology in Estro Pro is about 10 years newer than the phytoestrogen technology. And then also we've always had issues getting the phytoestrogen into other countries around the world because of the regulatory schemes. This is probably our biggest challenge worldwide for USANA, is the various regulatory schemes that all of our countries have. So we operate in 24 countries, and almost none of them are similar to each other as far as how they treat our products, or whether they call them dietary supplements or, natural health products, or, there's a bunch of different regulatory designations. And, we've given up on the idea that you can launch one product globally into 24 countries. That simply is not true. You can't launch them. So what we did was our research and development team. This particular team was headed by Kei-Jun Ko, who is a pharmacist and just a great scientist. I love Kei-Jun. She's one of my best product development leaders at USANA. I'm so blessed to have so many of them. But Kei-Jun is just really passionate about women's health issues. We've talked over the last 3 years of developing Estro Pro. And what she wanted to do was to develop a product that would be allowable in a lot more countries and would have the same effectiveness of phytoestrogen. And so the Estro Pro and the phytoestrogen are both based on what are called phytoestrogen technologies. So there are certain plants out there, notably soybeans, red clover. There's several in the palm family that produce phytoestrogens, but there's certain plants that produce these natural compounds called phytoestrogens. And these phytoestrogens, your body actually recognizes them as being estrogenic type substances. So for women that are going through, premenopause or menopause, that are running low on estrogen, estrogen supplementation is a medical process. If you're interested in that, you can talk to your medical doctor. They can certainly, advise you on that. But for people that want a more natural approach, we've developed these natural phytoestrogen products. And so, phytoestrogen has been a great performer for us. People love the product. I'm never anxious to knock off a really good product because, if people are passionate about it, they've developed it into their lifestyle. I'm not anxious to always, have them change their lifestyle. So I was very critical of this product, I have to admit, and Kei-Jun will tell you that, is I watched this one with a very skeptical eye. I wanted to make sure that any product that we produce in the future was at least as good as phytoestrogen, and it had to be better if we were going to look at saying that this was a substitute for phytoestrogen. It actually had to perform better. And so we did these products, we developed them. I was very satisfied with Kei-Jun's formulations, the phytoestrogen sources. We were able to remove the black cohosh from the phytoestrogen. Phytoestrogen contains black cohosh, which is a great herbal ingredient. I still believe in it. I think it's a very good ingredient. But I also know that there's certain people that don't react very well to cohosh. And so it's something that, it was great technology 10 years ago, but we're always looking for more advanced technology. And so the final test, I guess, with me was I challenged Kei-Jun and the team to put Estro Pro head to head against phytoestrogen. So we recruited several hundred loyal phytoestrogen users who had used it on a daily basis. We went through their business records. We could find out that they were, users for a certain period of time. and they were consistent users of the product. And then we also, queried them to make sure that it was actually them that was using the product. So we got this candidate group of consumers, and then gave them a couple of different products to test. And the Estro Pro overwhelmingly outperformed the phytoestrogen product in those head-to-head competitions. So that was the final thing that convinced me that this product, was really the successor to a very great product, which is phytoestrogen. Now, again, I don't know. I'm not a marketing person. It's not my, my role is not inventory or operations or sales or things like that. So I don't know about Estro Pro replacing phytoestrogen over time. I'd imagine that it probably will, because I think from a cost point and then also from a efficacy point, I think it's probably the better product. But again, we don't want to disrupt people's behavior. And if people are loyal phytoestrogen users, I'm not anxious to disrupt that behavior. But anyway, I always want to give people good options. That's like I tell Kevin Guess and Jim Brown, every time I meet them, is that R&D's role is to give the company options. We'll develop 100 products. You may choose to launch only 20 of them, but that's fine. We're okay with that, because we want to give you options. So Estro Pro is a new launch. Again, this one's been in development for over 3 years. It was under development already when I came into USANA, and I accelerated the development of this because I felt that it was just very in line with the needs of women, particularly in countries where we're very rapidly growing. So I'm a very strong supporter of this. Obviously, I'm not a user of the product personally. I'm pretty emotional as it is. I probably don't need more estrogen in my life. But anyway, for people that have used it, the response has been overwhelmingly just fantastic for this product. So I'll stop there, and then before I go on to the next one.
Okay, so I will go ahead and pass on a couple questions that I see in the chat as I was just zooming through there. One of them is, will this, and if it will, how soon will it replace phytoestrogen in our products?
Okay, I answered that question. I honestly don't know what the answer is to that question. I don't know what the timeline is. I think USANA has been very good about listening to consumers. I think that we're open to. I think we're open to a bunch of different options on this. We don't want to disrupt consumer behavior.
So there is a question, I'm not sure because of compliance issues what you can answer correctly here, but can you tell them in what ways did you see that it outperformed? What was reported that gave you that, confidence?
I don't have the report here in front of me right now, but it was a very detailed report where we surveyed current phytoestrogen users. We gave them sample product, and we actually gave some people active product, and we gave other people placebo product, and then basically queried them on effects that you would see around like an estrogenic type of product. So I don't remember exactly what the specific questions were, but I know it was a well-crafted survey, very scientific, and that when I saw the results, I was convinced. I felt very strongly that, I wasn't going to move. I will never move forward until I'm convinced that what we're giving the consumer is really what they want. And that's what we saw in that survey, is that I just remember the number was almost 70% favored the one product over the other, which, drug companies don't even do that. Drug companies hardly ever do a head-to-head comparison because they don't want to know. But I do. I want to know. And in this case, it was clear and compelling that this new Estro Pro product was the superior product. From the technological standpoint, from the scientific standpoint, I was already convinced because I've seen the white papers, I've seen the science of its development. but seeing the consumers actually felt it convinced me.
Fantastic. Now, I do have a couple of questions, and I know that they're long questions, so I'll let you do the short answers if you can. They're both very important. One is that I think that the press, I think maybe a lot of, this is Patti's opinion. Patti's opinion is that there are really different opinions on soy. And so I heard you saying that the soy is an ingredient or a plant that creates phytoestrogens. And so there's many people in the chat asking, what about people with soy concerns? What about people with soy concerns? And, I don't know whether those are authentic or whether we have created a society that's afraid of soy. Can you maybe give a little bit of a thought to that?
Yeah, I could give you a whole lot of thought to that.
I knew that.
But we've only got an hour, so anyway, I'll condense my thought down to the salient points here. Okay, I understand people's concern about soy. I totally do. I was involved in biotechnology for a lot of years. I know that soy has been extensively genetically engineered. It's very hard right now. USANA has a big challenge trying to find non-GMO soy material. But we do. It's possible to do it. There's what's called PCR genetic testing where we can test ingredients and find out. But anyway, that aside, the ingredients that we're using from soy here are a particular fraction of the actual bean. So the bean has protein components, it's got oil components, it's got lecithin components, it's got vitamin components, it's got lectin components, it's got all these different components. The compounds that we're using from soy are actually what are called the phytoestrogens, and they come out as a fairly pure fraction as you're fractionating soy oil away from the protein and the carbohydrates. So I've been around long enough. There's too many lawyers in this world. I'm going to guarantee that nobody who's allergic to soy or whatever is not going to have a reaction to phytoest or to estropro. You need to talk that through with your healthcare professional. I'm not going to venture into that, but we're very careful about sourcing the beneficial ingredients from soy. And soy is a very useful plant. It's in the legume family, so it's in the pea family. There's a lot of very useful plants in there. We get a lot of very useful compounds from soy and from the related plants. We focus on getting a very high phytoestrogenic compound from soy, and we succeeded. And Kay June is very, very, I'll tell you, she is one of the most meticulous people I've ever met as far as sourcing ingredients, testing ingredients. And this ingredient is it's expensive. We were able to hold down the cost of the product overall because USANA fortunately produces in large enough volumes that we don't have to pass on a lot of the costs to our consumers. Again, that's another challenge that I've given my R&D team is I don't want these prices to be going up and up and up forever. I want to be able to deliver high quality nutritionals to our customers at the very best price. And so EstroPro is priced very similarly to the phytoestrogen, but like I said, on a lot of levels, it's a much better product.
Fantastic. I'm sorry, there is one more critical question here. I know that phytoestrogen in itself was said to be safe for women that could not have estrogen products, so breast cancer patients. Is this also in that category?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And we will, we'll do some other research on that or have some other specialists speak into that. So,
well, here's the thing, Patti, is the product just launched, right? And
yes.
So we're getting some initial feedback. We're getting some initial questions. You've got the sales team on the line. You've got the R&D team on the line right now. If we sense that that's a big question, and it sounds like it is, that's something that we're going to have to address in the follow-up stuff. This is not a launch and leave. We're not going to just launch it and say, hey, good luck with that. I think this is something that we really want to promote. So we'll work with you to find the answer to that question, and then get that answer out to the right people.
And you're right. The chat, all of you that are putting questions in the chat, the rest of the team at home office that's on this call will be able to take those questions back. So if you don't get your answer tonight, you will get an answer eventually. Thank you. Okay, sir, let's turn it back over to you and move to the next product.
Okay, so the next major launch that we did at convention was Copa Prime Plus, and Copa Prime Plus is really a fantastic cognitive functioning product. Again, this one was over 3 years in development. It was on the drawing board at the early stage of being a white paper. When I came on board, I saw the benefits to it. I know that cognitive health is a major need of our associates and potential associates. So we put this one to the front of the list and pushed it through. This product it performed extremely well. The science on it looked very solid, but again, I'm not one of those guys that goes off of just white papers. So we actually put this one through several consumer tests, and then we just put it through a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical study in Australia. The results of which will be published probably later this summer, so either August or September. So we'll be making a big deal about that once that clinical study is published. But I'll tell you, I mean, quite frankly, it performed way better than I could have dreamed it would have performed. It had dramatic effects on people's learning and memory. And not only that, but we did brain scan imaging when people were doing the cognitive battery of tests. And we saw that people's brains were actually working less hard to perform these complicated cognitive tasks than people who were taking the placebo. So what that means is that's an effect called neuronal sparing. And that's kind of the holy grail of nutrition and cognitive support. And not only that, but this effect was achieved with one dose. So the study that we did was an acute study, not a chronic study. And we found within one dose, within a couple hours, people had just dramatic effects on their brain. So we feel very strongly about this product. This is one of those products that I think is going to be very useful. You know, immediately I think to my own age group. You know, I'm 54 right now. My memory is really good. You know, I'm very blessed. You know, my parents are older. You know, my parents are in their early 80s. You know, and knock on wood, you know, I've supplemented them for a lot of years, so their health is very good too. But I think about people in their age group, and I know that this product would be very useful for people in that age group. But then also I think back to students. You know, there's a lot of students out there right now. My son just started college on Monday this week. So my oldest son started at the University of Utah. I'm very proud of him. Beautiful, wonderful student. You know, I'm sure he's going to do great in college. But I look around at what the college kids do these days, and it's very competitive. And what I've heard is that there's actually a lot of students out there, you know, that hopefully they don't do it all the time, but maybe they do it during exams or whatever. But they take nootropic substances like Adderall, which is a prescription drug, and, you know, to improve their performance on tests. And, you know, I think we can see that Adderall is not a solution for anything. It's an amphetamine, basically. So it boosts performance in a very artificial way that's not sustainable, not safe, and not healthy. Whereas I think there's a huge opportunity out there for products like Copa Prime, you know, that do this in a very natural way. It uses botanical ingredients. It uses American ginseng, bacopa, and then what's called whole coffee fruit extract. And whole coffee fruit extract, people think, oh, that's caffeine. It must be all caffeine. It's not all caffeine. It's actually got very little caffeine in it, but it's got a lot of compounds called flavonoids in it, which are known to be beneficial for brain functioning and circulation within the brain that enhances brain function. So anyway, so I'm very excited about this product. I think it's going to be just a great long-term product for USANA. I think that, you know, all over the world, 24 countries that we're in right now, brain health is a huge concern. But in a lot of cases, it's for different reasons. You know, so like in places like Japan, they've got a much older community, not a lot of young people, but they've got a lot of older people, a very aging demographic. I think that they'll find this product to be very useful for their aging population. Whereas you look at Philippines, Mexico, you know, some of the other European countries, Italy, where they have a very young demographic. And I think this product will be very popular with younger people because it's a very safe and effective neurotropic that gives them that energy and that focus that they're looking for without having to resort to, you know, over caffeinating themselves or using some sort of weird prescription drugs that are very unhealthy for them. So anyway, so I'm very excited about this product. I'm excited about the clinical study that's going to be published. And then also we have future clinical studies that are on the drawing board right now. We're going to be looking at the acute effects of Copa Prime. We're so impressed by what it does in a acute setting. We're delighted to see what it will do in a chronic setting. So anyway, so just stay tuned for that. There's more to come. Again, this isn't going to be a launch and leave. You know, we've actually got the clinical data developing right now, and that'll be follow-up to the product launch.
Okay, can I jump up and down and scream and say this is an amazing product? I'm so excited about this product. And you know, for me, it was between this and the oral probiotics as far as which one was winning my biggest excitement. I think the big questions you're not going to choose to answer tonight or not be able to answer yet, but I think safety for young people is the major question, and that's going to include young children, compromised children, students, etc. Can you just give me any safety thoughts?
Well, you know what, we design our products to be very safe. You know, the ingredients that we use are very safe ingredients. They're all generally recognized as safe. They've got long history of use. We're not using any exotic, weird substances in there. I think our real benefit comes from the way we formulated this product, using 3 synergistic ingredients. So we could actually use lower doses of all 3 ingredients, but use them in a synergistic fashion so they actually complement and reinforce each other. You know, so the safety, we feel confident about it. That's part of our clinical studies, is we're also monitoring for safety. You know, we're looking at blood, all sorts of blood markers. We're looking for all sorts of safety parameters. We feel confident that this product is a very safe product. But again, it will be one of those things that will flesh out and give more information over time.
Okay, and we know this is available in the U.S. right now. Do we have, I don't know what the dates were, the questions in the queue, but I just wasn't sure if we're already available in other countries at all?
You know what, Patty, honestly, that's marketing. I honestly don't control the rollout calendar.
I don't know that either. Can you tell me, because I know that many of our products have a recommended dosage, and in my heart, after being here 23 years, because USANA stays so far away from danger, I know that that means, for me, minimum, and things that I know are really, really great for me, they're working great, I choose to increase dosages, such as proflavanol and coquinone and Hepacil. So my question here is, may we double dose? Is there any reason we could not increase dosages on this?
You know what, Patty, we set a recommended dosage on that based on the scientific information that we have. We may revise that over time. I honestly can't speak to that right now, but we feel very confident from the effects that we've seen that 2 tablets a day, which is very cost-effective, very reasonable dosing, has the effects that we were seeking. We haven't tested at a higher level, so I couldn't really speak to that.
Perfect. All right. Well, I just have to tell you, this one came home. Of course, all of them did it that were appropriate, but this one I'm just very excited about. You know, we have to stay as sharp as we can stay because we have a lot of things to do in this life. And so we have to stay super sharp. So I was really excited. Thank you so much for the team.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Well, thank you very much. It's been great talking with you, and I'll speak to you again soon.
All right. Thank you, sir. Well, Lori, I know you. I believe Lori has control of the slides. Great, fantastic. First of all, to the audience, I love how careful and scientific Dr. Rob Sinnott was. He is very careful, very smart. If you go to AskTheScientist.com, that's a public site, www.AskTheScientist.com, and you'll find that whenever you ask the scientists a question in USANA, they're very educated, they are very knowledgeable, but they also are not going to step across any lines. So you're not going to get any kind of disease questions answered. So don't ask those questions. Ask questions about ingredients, why the product was developed, how they are using it. But be careful what we ask because they just are not even allowed. Even if they knew the answers, they're not allowed, and neither are we. So I just wanted to remind you of that. And also, they never compare our product to another company. Don't ask those questions. But you can't imagine that site. So all the answers that you could ever ask for about our products or about nutrition, with that in mind, you're going to see great answers there. So that was Dr. Rob Sinnott, our Chief Scientific Officer, who is over approximately 85 plus scientists at USANA Health Sciences, and he works directly, of course, for Dr. Myron Wenz and the USANA team. So we thank him for being here. And now, if you're a guest, if you're a customer, and you want to stay on, you are welcome to. I knew you would love the information that was just given to us. I did say that we had 7 products and you only saw 4. So just put a note down that the other 3 were a big, upgrade for us. 3 of our famous products that we use, Proflavanol C, Coquinone, and Visionax. We had super pills that were only available. They're a better size for us. You don't have to take so many tablets. And they're products that someone like me uses a lot, a little bit more like fighters. So those were only in our customized, personalized My Health Packs. And now those have been put into bottles so that we can buy a bottle of the Coquinone 100 instead of 30s. And we can also buy the Proflavanol C 200 instead of the 100s. And the Visionax DX, I believe it's called, is a double dose instead of the straight smaller ones. So just like on Proflavanol, I came into the company in 1996, and that product had just come on board. And whoa, we went wild because this product has always been just such a favorite. And at that time, we only had 30 milligram tablets. And we were taking a lot of product because it's a very safe product, a very effective product. And so I'm so grateful. I only used My Health Pack so I could load them up with my super pills, and now we can actually have bottles. So I want to say thank you to USANA for that. There's that Coquinone 100. That's that red, beautiful product, coenzyme Q10 and alpha lipoic acid. What a product. And so I guess I'm just shocked that we put them in bottles and so grateful. And again, you can put them in your customized health pack, but if you're using like the general health pack, you can buy these in bottles, and it gives you the opportunity to maybe take what you want that day. So there are days that you might feel like you're working on a certain health thing for yourself, and you know that a certain product is better for you at that time. And that's my story. I know when I need more of one or more of another. So this is excellent. So thank you for that. And thank you for those slides, Miss Lori. All right, I am now going to turn it over to a wonderful, wonderful woman, friend, and incredible Vice President of U.S. Field Development, because we were already rocking when we received 7 new products. We were so excited. But I'm going to tell you that what Lori Truman is going to tell us as the Vice President of U.S. Field Development, this impacted the globe. This impacted the world of USANA. And whether you are part of the USANA family as a customer or a team associate, this can affect you dramatically. And I just want to congratulate Lori. She has worked hard for all of us. I just can't tell you how dedicated she is to the U.S. field as well as the USANA family. And so I'm going to turn it over to her, and she's going to give you all the details. Thank you, Miss Lori. I cannot, you're still muted. Hold on, I'm going to make sure you're unmuted. Unmute, okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, now I can. Welcome. And wow.
Very good. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me, Patti, and thanks for hosting this. A great call for us. I know we've got a great turnout on here, and it'll be nice to be able to post the recording on the associate community page. So lots of great information was shared at convention. I've been talking to my team all week, and just the positivity and the engagement and the excitement and the energy as people left Salt Lake City on Saturday and Sunday, going home, being recharged, and just being able to go back with all of this great news to be able to grow your USANA business. There was a lot of great news shared, and it just kept coming from the very beginning, from Wednesday when we had a lot of our country meetings, all the way through to the very last session where Kevin made some big announcements. And so I'm going to walk you through some of that in case you weren't with us, and so we can go through some of that information and share that with you.
I'm assuming you would never consider telling anyone that didn't go to convention what they missed, because it's been 10 or 12 or 13 years since, and so they might have to start coming every year for 10 or 12 or 13 years. I guess we should not mention that. We all got a free business center. I guess we shouldn't say that, shouldn't we? We shouldn't tell you that if you miss convention. See, I'm not the vice president. I can say it. I just have to tell you. Oh my gosh, we were screaming with delight. And I just have to say, what a surprise you gave us. And you told us, you warned us that if we were in those seats, there was a big business building surprise. And I just wanted to go, oh my gosh, you guys, don't ever miss a convention again. Never, never. So anyway, I want to thank you for that. Before you do the announcements that are for everyone, I just want to thank you from those of us in those seats. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. My team was so excited.
That's great. And, you know, one of the areas I think that is important, and we're going to talk about this a little bit, but the event side, in attending events and making sure that you're constantly plugging in. I think it is so important to all of us, whether we're at home office, whether you're a leader, whether you're just starting. It is so important for you to plug in. I tell you, it's like recharging your cell phone every single night. It's like taking that plug and plugging it in every single night. You have to do that to yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself and plug in, just like when you come to convention and plug in and you're around like-minded individuals, by pouring into you, it allows you to pour into other people. And so it's critical. Events are critical.
Before you start, because I know that you are going to get to record this, I have to tell you that I've been coming for 23 years. My children were all really little, everyone, and I took them to every event, every convention we had, sitters or whatever we needed. But one of my daughters has 2 little babies, and she was moving, and she couldn't come to convention. And she's been to every one. And as she was moving, the move date got moved back, and it was on the 15th, which is right the first day of convention, Thursday. And she said, Mom, my friend is flying in. She's going to help me with this. I've got a couple other girls. They're going to help me so that you don't have to miss convention. And I started laughing, and I said, oh, well, I would never miss convention. And I called her back, and I apologized because we're really close. And I said, oh my gosh, I am so sorry that I would put convention or business above you. And she said, are you kidding? I would never ask you to miss convention. We knew you would never, ever. I mean, it's like a golden rule. And, even my family, there's no way they would ask me to miss something that is so impactful to our whole family's finances and health. There's no way. So I just wanted to tell you that was really cute.
Yeah, it was really great actually to see. I saw your daughter. One of your daughters was there. I got to meet the new grandbaby, which was so fun. It's so great to be able to see families coming together and working together with their USANA business. And I think we continue to see that year after year as individuals, as your USANA babies start to grow up and then they become your business partners. And I love that USANA has started really creating that environment where you feel like it's not just mom and dad's company, it feels like your company as well. And the energy and being a part of this USANA family, I mean, I look at Brant and Brigitta and, having that opportunity to sit right next to you and learn with you. I think you've done such an exceptional job as a mother in being really intentional in pouring into them. And you can see that as they sat there with you. And I love that here's Brant carrying the baby with him and Leah. It's such a great family atmosphere. And what a great opportunity to introduce your children to other like-minded individuals and to that entrepreneur spirit. I think we have such a great opportunity to do that regardless of their age, in teaching them the opportunity that we have. And I know that you've done an exceptional job in pouring into your children. So
my little daughter-in-law with this little baby, she now is involved with all these USANA moms and all these brand new USANA babies, and it's a whole other world, and she's so excited. So anyway, yes, I would have never believed it when I started that this would be the progression and the handing down of that health and of the finances. So, all right, I will be quiet. I'm going to turn it over to you, Lori. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to pull up some slides for you just as we go through this. I think this will be helpful visually for everybody in what we announced at Global Convention. And, I'm going to let you know that some of this was announced in different market meetings. And so I'll try and make sure I touch on that as well so that you're looking at some of this and saying, okay, who got this or what market got this? Because I want to make sure that as we're going through this, that some markets are going to be trialing some different opportunities, because one of the areas of opportunity for us at USANA is to make sure that we're testing new products or testing new opportunities with the business to be able to be better business partners for all of you. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about the PC order bonus. We launched the PC order bonus at the beginning of May here in the United States. Mexico launched it about a month later. Canada launched it at convention. And so just really quickly to give you a high level of the PC order bonus, the PC order bonus pays 10% commission on the sales dollar for every new PC order. So 10% commission on every sales dollar for every new PC order. It doesn't go back to any of your old PCs. It's just all of the new PCs moving forward. This applies to their initial order and their auto order. So once again, if you sold a PC $100 worth of product, you would make $10. With that, in paying out that 10%, there is 70% of the volume will roll. So let me explain this a little bit. I'm going to give you simple terms, and I know some of you from different markets, so I want to kind of make this very easy for everybody to understand. So if we're looking at $100 US, you would make $10. If there were 100 points, 70% of that would roll up. So 70 points would roll up. And that is on every new PC order after the launch of the PC order bonus within your market. With that PC order bonus, the Sell-A-Dee bonus does go away, but this does give the opportunity to get your new people paid. This is a great opportunity because when new people are coming into the business, it's very easy for them to go out and share the products that they love. And so what this allows them to do is to be able to earn, as soon as they start going and sharing the products, they start earning a commission. So we've seen great success with this with the U.S. market, and we're continuing to see it catch on even more. Just to give you guys some highlights, we've seen about a 15% increase in PC enrollment since the launch of this in the United States. 68% of the PC order bonus right now is going to silver directors and below. And that's exactly who we wanted to target with this PC order bonus, is getting individuals paid. As I look at the markets, you typically have this 80% preferred customers, you have about 18% part-time business builders and 2% full-time. So when we look at this big pool of individuals that are coming into USANA, we want to reward individuals like the part-time business builders that can go out, they can share the product very easily, and they can earn an instant commission. We're really excited about where we're starting to see the shift happening for individuals. And if you were at convention, I loved how Gary Vee really talked about, as a company, we need to be sharing our product more and getting that information out there more. I did challenge the U.S. market in the U.S. market meeting, and I would offer this challenge to all of you, is to go out and challenge yourself each and every week to get a new customer, one new customer a week. Now, I look at that and think, with all of the new products we've just launched and getting someone on the oral probiotic or the toothpaste or Reps 3 or the Estro Pro, I mean, really identifying where the needs are for your customer and helping fulfill those needs, talking about the benefits of the product, but going out and challenging yourself to get a customer a week. One of the things that I was researching is that people have about 350 friends through social media. So if you now go out, you get a customer, there's about 300, they're connected to 350 friends, at least on average, on social media. So now if you have a customer a week, so if we look at 52 customers during the entire year, they have an average of 350 friends, you've now exposed, possibly USANA, to about 18,000 people. That is leverage to me, and that is incredible. The opportunity that you have in front of you to be able to go out and share this incredible product. I look at the knowledge and the experience of all of you that are on this Zoom tonight, and when you look at the knowledge and experience that each one of you has, there are so many people out there that need great product, and they need what USANA has. So I want to encourage all of you to get out there and to share the products and to take on that challenge of going out and getting one new customer a week at minimum, right? Of course, as those customers share their experience of the products that they've had, those customers are going to continue to grow in your organization. So one new customer a week. That's why I want to issue right up front. We're going to jump right into challenges. Also, lower activation in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. We have also lowered the activation. So a 3BC is 200 points. And I'm going to talk to you just a little bit because we have some enhanced product experience packs, and these are throughout U.S., Canada, and Mexico. And I think you'll see these roll out to other markets as well. But what we've done is allowing someone to get a USANA business. So now they get a USANA business for about $289 in the U.S. market with 28 days worth of product. So as you're talking, whatever market you're in, it really simplifies the message in getting someone started with just 28 days worth of product. So not overstocking them, getting them started with 28 days of product and moving forward. Now, you may have still a big business builder that wants to be able to sample, and we have product selection available for those individuals as well. Or they have a family and they want to be able to offer this to their family as well. So we do have some larger packs available for sampling and being able to support a family, but being able to simplify that onboarding and that lower activation. So as I mentioned, this is in US and Canada, and it was launched in Mexico at the Global Convention. These initiatives, I think, will really help our business in where we're shifting and moving forward in creating a simplified and enhanced experience for your new associates and your new customers that are coming into the USANA family. We want to help onboard them properly so that it simplifies the message that they're going to go out and share as well. Because as a new associate, I can now go out and share these packs and say, you can get started with 28 days worth of product. It's about $289 in the US market, and it gets you a USANA business. And you can start earning 10% on everything that you sell to your preferred customers. Can you see how simple that messaging has become in onboarding a new associate or getting a new PC started? So very excited about the opportunity in front of us and just being able to simplify that message for you and your new associates. So hope you are as excited as we are. As I mentioned, PC Order Bonus is in the US and in Mexico, and Canada just launched a convention, and then the lower activation was in the US and Canada, and Mexico just launched it at Global Convention. So I think as we see these initiatives take off in these markets, you'll continue to see some markets adopt them and adopt some of the key components to these that will make it easier for all of you in growing your USANA business. So the other thing that we launched, and I know some of you are from different markets, but you have customers here in the United States. So we launched free shipping here in the United States. This is a trial for us in the United States. Free shipping has basically, it's become a well-known in the United States for all, if you shop online at all. We are really excited to be able to test this in the United States market and see how we do. The reason why we're testing this just in the US is because this is a significant investment on behalf of the company. We want to invest it here and then hopefully be able to see some great results to see if we can take it to other markets. With this free shipping, just to give you some details on this, it will be available for PC initial order and auto order of $100 or more, an associate initial order and auto order of $200 or more. So as I just mentioned, the experience packs, they're approximately $289 in the US. So now your associate or your PC, they'll earn free shipping on those experience packs, which is just incredible. That they'll be able to get free shipping with those packs. And that $289 also includes their welcome kit as well. RAV3 cans are not eligible for the free shipping. They are a bit too heavy, but I know a lot of you guys are out there pallet shipping those. Anyway, so you're working through customer service on that. So free shipping, it's already launched. It's already moving forward. You can offer this. The best part that what I've seen with the free shipping is associates reaching out to their customers that may be ordering $70 or $80 and saying, hey, free shipping is now available and you can get this on a $100 order or more. Or for associates that are ordering $150 to $170 and reaching out to them and encouraging them so that they can get free shipping as well. We're seeing some great success of people wanting to get a little bit more product with this initiative. So very excited to be able to test this out in the United States and see how it goes. We do anticipate that we will see a great upsell, and I'm going to show you some of that in the shopping cart, and that it'll encourage people to be able to upsell in order to get free shipping. I do this all the time when I'm shopping online. I'm sure all of you do as well. If I know I'm going to get free shipping on $100 or more, I usually spend $100 so I can get the free shipping. So I'm sure all of you are in a similar similar place that I am when you're online shopping. So another great announcement that came during our closing session, if you missed this, it is on our associate community page. Right at the top, it's a pinned post that you can go onto the United States Associate Community page and you can watch the announcement that Kevin made right there. And this is that we made some changes to our Platinum Pacesetter program in order to align the direction of where we're going with preferred customers and onboarding. When you first bring in, as I mentioned earlier, a brand new associate, the first people that they're going to probably go share product with is their friends and family. And they're going to probably bring them in or enroll them as preferred customers. So we are now allowing preferred customer volume as well as enrollments to count for the Platinum Pacesetter program. So I think this is such a great addition to this Platinum Pacesetter program. So as you're onboarding a new associate, they still have those 8 weeks to achieve Premier Platinum Pacesetter, but the 1,600 points can come from preferred customers, as well as those 4 enrollments can also be preferred customers. Your 4 enrollments must have a minimum purchase of $100. However, that can be cumulative. So if you have a PC that orders 50 points on their first order and 50 points on their second order or their auto order, that will count for 1 enrollment. So I think this is such a great addition. It allows you to bring in your new associate into the business and allows them to come in with a great opportunity and allow PC volume and enrollments to count towards Platinum Pacesetter. So I just think this is such a great addition to our Platinum Pacesetter program. But with that, one of the great announcements at convention that Kevin made was a global Platinum Pacesetter requalification opportunity. So with this, you all have a total of 9 weeks. So because we wanted to make sure we had a lot of people traveling home, this launched on Saturday. So right now you're in week 1. So you have another 8 weeks following this week in order to requalify if you're not Premier Platinum Pacesetter. So I want to encourage all of you to make sure that you get with any of the individuals on your team. And you have to be active in this. You cannot post this on social and expect your teams to see this and to go, yeah, I think I'm going to go requalify for this. You as a leader on this call, you have to get on the phones with the individuals that were not at convention, and you need to tell them of this second chance that they have to requalify to become a Premier Platinum Pacesetter. This is an incredible announcement. Like, I can't emphasize enough. You have to be active in reaching out to those individuals in your organization that are not Premier Platinum Pacesetters to let them know that they have a second chance to become a Premier Platinum Pacesetter, and they have, I think it's the middle of August or October in order to qualify. So 9 total weeks in order to qualify. Nathan's putting some information out there for you so that you know the exact date. All of the information is up on the hub, but please make sure, be active, get on the phones with those leaders, whether they were at convention or whether they were not at convention. There are a lot of people and there's a lot of great opportunity. And the best part about this is the new qualifications count during the requalification. So PC volume and enrollments count for the requalification. That is incredible. So once again, I want to encourage all of you, go into your into your team manager. There is a report that says Pacesetter and it says eligible. Go into that report and I want you to get on the phone. I don't want you to post it on social. I don't want you to just text it. I want you to get on the phone and I want you to help those individuals create a plan of how they're going to achieve this opportunity in becoming a Premier Platinum Pacesetter. So do not miss this. I can't emphasize, this is the only thing, like put those blinders on for the next 9 weeks and let's stay focused on helping your team achieve Premier Platinum Pacesetter. Because as you look at that, if you have 10 individuals in your team that could achieve Premier Platinum Pacesetter in the next 9 weeks, that is 40 new teammates, just with the 4 enrollments, 40 new either teammates or customers in your team just with this requalification period in 9 weeks. 40. That is tremendous. So the opportunity, whether it could be 2 people, it could be 5 people. And as you look at that, that's 20 new customers and teammates to be part of your team. So I want to encourage you, if you can't tell, I'm very excited about this. My team knows this as well. We've been talking about it nonstop, about we just need to stay focused for the next 9 weeks on helping people achieve Platinum Pacesetter. So, or Premier Platinum Pacesetter, I should say. This is a huge announcement. There's a great video out there that if you want to be able to share, and here's this video. If you want to share this video out there, this is just going to explain the changes to the Premier Platinum Pacesetter program. Our studios always does an exceptional job. On here, you'll notice it's 8 weeks. The reason why it's 8 weeks is because this is a video that you'll be able to use as you onboard your brand new associates. So during the time as you're creating Premier Platinum Pacesetters, during the requalification, you can use this video. And I just think they did such a great job of simplifying the program down to help individuals coming in and understanding the program. So this is available. It's on the hub. We posted it on the associate community page. It's on my personal Facebook page. We want to make sure that we can help you in achieving Premier Platinum Pacesetter and get those individuals requalified. So I'm going to stop this and go to the next. All right. As we're going through this, I just think there's so much great information that I want to be able to share with all of you from our global convention, whether you were there or not. But being able to go on and watch some of the Facebook Lives that happened if you were not able to attend, there's a lot of great Facebook Live content out there right now, and especially on the associate community page. Riley from our team did such an exceptional job of being able to share that information with all of you. And so I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to go on and to check out that Facebook Live. And whether you were there or not, it's always good to go back and relook at that content. So with that, I want to share with you some of the great announcements. Our IT team with Walter and Pete Benedict have done such an exceptional job of continuing to simplify the digital opportunity for you and for your customers. And I want to be able to share this information with you in the enhancements that they're continuing to make for all of your associates coming on or for your new customers. So we have a simplified self-enrollment. We've simplified the associate as well as the preferred customer, and this is available now. They've just done such a great job, so I hope that you guys have taken this and looked at it. We have created a friendly and mobile shopping cart. Everybody should be cheering for this. I think this is so great in being able to simplify and add this to the cart and have it be so beautiful and mobile friendly. We also have main navigation by lifestyle, category, and benefits. A lot of people purchase by lifestyle or category. They want to know what's in it for me, or I need to look up this product, or I need eye health, or I'm looking for immunity. So we've made it easier for people to be able to search products on the online and on mobile. So we want to make sure that you have that information. As you can see, there's a body benefits landing page, so heart health, and being able to show you the great products that will benefit you with heart health. The details page, you can see the body benefits little logo on there so that the people can identify the body benefit of this. It really helps, especially somebody that's coming into our website for the very first time and shopping for product. I think it just simplifies that for each and every one of those individuals. You can also, as an associate, create customizable social selling share lists. And we have continued to see these social selling share lists increase. We know you're using them. We know you're loving them. Take the opportunity to go on your back office and learn how to do this. It's very simple, but this is a great way to be able to share the conversation offline as well. So you may be talking to someone face-to-face, and you can easily share a link with them by texting it to them right after or while you're having the conversation, so that they can go into the shopping cart and they can see the products that you would suggest for them. So I think this is a great opportunity for you to be able to continue to share our great products with customers, whether that is through social, whether that's through an email, whether that's through a text message. So this is free shipping and the upsell motivation. As you can see, a lot of shopping carts do have this upsell that pops up, and you're $13 away from free shipping, or congratulating them when they've reached that threshold. We want to make sure that that they've reached $100, and it congratulates them, and this order now qualifies for free shipping. And so our IT department has done a great job in being able to upsell your associates as well as your customers in helping with the free shipping. It also will let them know when their order qualifies for free shipping. So if on their auto order, if they have $200 for an associate or $100 for a preferred customer, it'll say, congratulations, this order qualifies for free shipping. Just making sure that it continues to motivate them and encourage them. It will also tell them how far away they are if on their auto order if they have not qualified quite yet. One of the great things that I'm excited we are also launching is product reviews. And I think this helps an individual make a decision on what to purchase. I know there's a lot of times if I'm purchasing something, I will go out and Google, whatever that product is. And this runs the gamut, quite honestly. This will go from shoes to a certain retailer that I will go and I'll Google to see what are the reviews on this individual or these shoes or these products. And so we now have reviews. What it's going to do is you must be purchasing the product, and it will ask you to review the product. We want you to review the product as someone that is consuming the product and taking the product. We want to make sure that we have a ton of reviews out there, and so you're going to see these start to pop up. We're starting to gather them right now, and as we gather them, then we'll make sure that they are on the page so that it can help your customers make a purchasing decision as they come to the website. We are so excited about these reviews. So we also have Enhanced Customer Connect. I'm not sure if you've downloaded this, but if you haven't, this is a great app to be able to share links, share the products from it, be able to follow up with contacts. It's so simple to be able to use. And so I want to encourage all of you to make sure that you download Customer Connect, whether that's through the App Store, through Samsung, or through Apple. I want to make sure that you are able to go onto there and download this app. They've done such a great job, and it's continuing to improve all the time. That's the best part about Pete and Walter and what they've done with our technology is we're continuing to make constant improvements with our technology. And so you're going to continue to see this. But if you have not downloaded Customer Connect, you have to go download this. It is such an easy way to be able to share the links in the product from your shopping cart. And the Hub, the new and improved homepage, wow, it's so beautiful and it's so clean. And it allows you to be able to see company news and what's happening, very clean look and feel to align and match with the rest of our look and our brand. So I think you can definitely see this. We also have notifications, and we're going to continue to upgrade notifications so that you can see you've earned PC order bonus, or someone in your team is rank advanced and you should call them, or maybe somebody has canceled their AO and you might want to reach out to them. But you're going to see new notifications that are going to continue to benefit you in helping simplify the way that you run your business. And you can easily see that. You have a new customer, welcome them to the USANA family, or Platinum Pacesetter, congratulations. We want to make sure that you can easily see where you need to spend your time at the beginning of the week. And so new notifications will continue to come over and over for you, and we're going to get better and better. We actually have a Premier Platinum Pacesetter widget that is launching. It should be, if it's not out already, it should be out on your hub already, and it'll actually tell you where individuals are at, or it'll tell your individual where they're at in qualifying for Premier Platinum Pacesetter. So you're going to continue to see great notifications, as well as you're going to continue to see new widgets. And our new widgets are widgets that we see a lot of you guys pulling the reports on. We want to simplify the way you run your business and the way to take action. And so our IT team is going to continue to provide great widgets that will help explain how to run your business and simplify that. So this is the new Pacesetter widget and the auto order widget. You can see your team up there at the top, the individuals, and then you can also see their information, and being able to just call them and say, hey, thanks for ordering again. Or, hey, we just launched these new great products. We just launched Coconut 100. I know you've been taking Coconut 30, but being able to connect with your customers and your associates and let them know. We as a home office will also be doing that as well in making sure that we transition people over, but I want to make sure that you have that opportunity as well in your business. And you can see that Pacesetter widget as well that's sitting there. It's such a great widget and being able to help you support in your business. And being able to take action. So we want to make sure that you're being able to follow up, send an e-card, email all team members, and these are going to continue to come. So this is coming soon, where you'll be able to directly congratulate your brand premier platinum Pacesetter or thank a customer. So as you can see, our IT team has done a phenomenal job. Walter and Pete are such exceptional leaders, and they have a whole group of leadership underneath them where they're meeting on a weekly basis in order to simplify and help you run your business. So you'll continue to see our digital interaction evolve. We're always making sure that we're training you on the USANA community page in any of the updates as they're coming out to make sure that you know when things are coming out and what actions that you can take as a business owner in being able to simplify the way that you run your business. So I have shared a lot, and I've got a few more things, so hang in there with me for just a minute. We've got some great new tools, and we're going to continue to simplify. We've got a great new welcome kit for both your associates as well as your preferred customers. Such a beautiful piece. It also offers so much value. It's not just all the business. It is about a lifestyle, because that's what we're trying to do, is create the healthiest family on earth. And so there's a shopping guide. There's fitness information in there. In the associates welcome kit, there will also be tools available for your new associates so that they can go out and they can get started right away. We've got the Get to Know USANA booklet. Many of you have used the Health and Freedom for many, many years, and I actually have the Get to Know USANA booklet right here. We have taken the Health and Freedom newspaper and we have designed it, well, I shouldn't say we. Natalie Vermillion, who is our Marketing and Communications Director for the United States, has taken this, and it is such a beautiful piece. It's such a beautiful piece in being able to share the product, the business, so that people can really understand what USANA is about. You can see this beautiful page of Tel Aviv here. But Get to Know USANA, it's online, it's updated, it's available for you to be able to order. The best part about this is it is available like this, but it's also available digitally. So you can use it on your phone and just swipe it right through. And it's also available in PowerPoint presentation. So cohesive to be able to present regardless of who you're sitting down with, or in a meeting or a home presentation. You can use the same presentation in 3 different forms. So it's a beautiful piece. It matches and aligns with all of our brands. It's just, Natalie has done such an exceptional job with it. And so we're really excited. It is rolled out. It's in Canada. Australia, New Zealand has it now. They just launched it. And so as it continues to roll out, we're excited to be able to update our tools to be able to provide you with more relevant information so that you can provide that information as you're presenting to potential new associates, and being able to provide simplified information as well. We also have just a mini brochure that's product. It's just product focused. That is available for you to place an order with. You can see the digital version of the Get to Know USANA right there that you can use on your phone. So you could send it to somebody and you could be on the phone with them and you could walk them through it and they could just slide it and take a look at it. Such a great opportunity to be able to present USANA in all different avenues. And then this is the new customer catalog, and I actually have one right here. This is a beautiful piece. This is designed exactly like to get to know USANA, but it's for customers. There's no business in here at all. And so I want to make sure that you can take a look at this. Again, Natalie has sat down with our creative team and just done an exceptional job. I mean, this tool is beautiful. The imagery in it, the information that is shared. We also, at the back, we share about auto order and the benefit, as well as we want to make sure that we upsell them to free shipping. So this is the back page for them to be able to use it. But again, going through, and it has your information in here, just such an exceptional piece. The other thing that I should share with you is in the back, it does talk about our athletes and our partnerships. So you do have Dr. Went's story in here. You also have some of our products and our athletes, our relationships that we have. So once again, this is available. It's available in the U.S. market. It will be coming, I'm sure, to other markets as well. It's a great customer catalog. So you can actually have both, right? So you have Get to Know USANA for business, and then you have the customer catalog for potential preferred customers. So those are available in the shopping cart that you can go on and you can purchase those. So I also want to talk about some exciting news with our policies. We look at the opportunity to be able, we've shifted, you know, our technology is shifting, our products are continuing to improve, and we wanted to make sure that we continue to improve in our policies as well, as our world has become a little bit more social, and being able to give everyone an equal opportunity to be able to promote USANA. So with that, you can go on your back office. The policies, the terms and policies will initially roll out for the United States, but this will continue into a global rollout. As it continues to roll out globally, it will shift depending on the country and their regulations. So just pay attention to that. A couple key factors in this is before, only gold directors and above could create websites or promotional content. And now we've opened that up for everyone to be able to do that, which I think is what we need to be able to do in today's social world. We want you to be able to get out there to share your story and to share your product, or to share your, you know, the story about how you got involved, your favorite products, creating some content. We want to make sure that it's still it's still in guidelines of our terms and policies, but we want to make sure that we open that up for everyone. And so you'll be able to see that as we move forward and be able to attract more people into the USANA business so that they understand, you know, we're helping you in your business, but we also want to protect you and your business. And Dan Whitney and the ethics team have done such an exceptional job of really simplifying these as well to make sure that everyone can understand as they go through the policies. With the policies, I may have deleted it. With the policies, we also have a new ethics certification that a new associate needs to take, but all of you as U.S. associates need to go on and take it. It takes less than 10 minutes. Such a great reminder of how to tell your story properly, whether that's lifestyle, whether that's product. So I want you to take the time to go on and take that if you have not done so. That is really important. And all new associates, when we onboard new associates, that'll be part of the welcome email campaign that they'll receive, is taking that ethics certification. And that's really just to help educate them in understanding as they're onboarding so that they protect themselves as well as their business. We want to make sure they're well educated. And again, the ethics team has done an exceptional job in creating this training that's so simple, but it takes about less than 10 minutes for you and your new associates. So you need to go take that. So with all of this said, I've given you so much information. Can you imagine what convention was like? We started on Wednesday, we went through Saturday, and we went through all of these announcements, and we've just taken you through all of them in less than 2 hours. So I'm sure we have probably overwhelmed some of you, and my apologies that we have. We're here to be able to support you. We want to be able to help you understand all of the details. There are some great FAQs online. There's great information online for all of this, of what I've shared this evening. PowerPoint presentations. There is an associate PowerPoint presentation. The exact one pretty much I've shared with you, only it did include the products in the middle of it. But you can have your after convention meeting and walk your team through this, whether it's through Zoom, whether it's through a Facebook Live, whether it's an in-person hotel at their home, whatever it is. You are welcome to use these slides that I used tonight. They are on the associate community page, and you can go on there and you can download them to be able to share them with your team. I do want to share with you, we talked about events at the very beginning. And some of you, we talked about, we're not going to have a global convention for a couple of years. And I had a lot of people come up to me and say, I can't believe we're not going to have a convention for a couple of years. And I want to assure you that we are going to still have convention, but we're changing things up a bit. And I'm really excited for the shift that we are creating with the change of USANA Live. So USANA Live will now be split into 3 meetings or 3 conventions. You'll have Asia Pacific, you'll have China, and then you'll have the Americas and Europe. So what that means is for the Americas and Europe, we will have our convention next year, August 13th through the 15th. We will be back in Salt Lake City, August 13th through the 15th of next year, and it will be focused on the Americas and Europe. What I do like about this is it allows us to get very focused on specific needs for the Americas markets. So as I mentioned, some of the initiatives that we're launching, they pertain specifically to the Americas. Now, they may roll out to other markets, but it allows us to bring in training that you need as you're growing your business in the Americas and Europe. So that is Canada, US, Mexico, Colombia, and all of the European markets that we will be coming together here in Salt Lake City, August 13th through the 15th, 2020. So I want to let you know, registration is already open, and you need to take advantage of this because there are some tax pricing that will really benefit you and your team. And as we talked about, don't miss events. Events are so important to your business. And I know sometimes people think, do I go, do I not go? Yes, you always go, you plug in, and you be there, and you're present because you walk away from that so re-energized, so refreshed, great information. You never know what call to action is going to come out of this in making sure that you can take the information that you learned at these great events and be able to immediately apply it to your business. So once again, August 13th through the 15th, 2020, Salt Lake City. It will be the Americas and Europe convention. Now, some of you may be asking, well, what if I'm in Australia and I have a team in the US and I want to attend this event? Absolutely, you can attend. If you're from Hong Kong and you have a team in Canada, yes, you can attend. Just like our associates from the US and Canada and Mexico go over to Asia Pacific Convention, same thing. That, if you're from another market, not the Americas and Europe, you could still attend. We just want to make sure that the recognition will be focused on Americas and Europe. The training will be specific to the Americas and Europe. So I just want to make sure that everyone is aware of that. I think this is a great move as we grow. We're a billion-dollar company, and we need to make sure that we're making the proper shifts in order to build a successful USANA business and support each and every one of you. So I want to encourage all of you. It's open. Go online and go register now. So, all right, Patti, I've put a lot of information out there.
I know, but it's very exciting. I have been very quiet. I have been keeping my mute on, but there is, there's a few things that I would love to just share with you and the group as we close. And there's a couple questions that I would love to ask in behalf of the group. And so I don't know if you want to bring us back to live people. Okay, fantastic. Great.
There we go.
So I think that I want to talk about Premier Platinum Pay Center. I just kind of want to inspire everyone who might not really understand the power of this. And I also want to talk, Lori, about after being on the IDC for a few years, I do understand how important it is that this is a strict title. It is not something that you can mess around with. And I don't know if, we have a lot of grace at USANA, a lot of grace. And if you're golden above and you work with VIP, there's a lot of grace. USANA and VIP, they just move mountains to make everything work for everyone. And I can just say that this is one place I'm encouraging the field, obey the rules exactly as they're set, because there's no real extra grace. It's already been given to us in this requalification. And I want to paint a picture for you. This actually happened to my kids and I, as Lori was talking early in the call about my family. We all have a business, and there are 3 of the kids that were really serious about their business. And it must have been, oh my gosh, it was like 10 or 12 years ago. And before we had lifetime bonuses, before we had what was called Premier Platinum Paysetter, we had Platinum and Paysetter, and it was a lot less structured and no big bonuses. There were prizes and things as you went through the years. And sometimes I was a platinum, sometimes I was a paysetter, sometimes I was nothing. And I'm not great at that sort of thing. I'm really not great at pushing for those contests and things. And I remember my kids and I talked about this. And so I'm going to pass this to you. I'm going to pass this to all of you. We were in the bleachers just like we were this year. And they designed for us what the new lifetime platinum paysetter bonus was going to look like. That's what the word premier is. The word premier actually means lifetime bonus. So you can be a paysetter or a platinum paysetter, but not premier, and you're not getting that lifetime bonus. So they described that. And I want you to have this button. I have a button that just knows when. And that button went off in me, and it said, you have no choice, young lady. There is no way you can call yourself an entrepreneur, that you can look at your checkbook knowing that there was a lifetime bonus you didn't even go after. You have no options, child. And that's my button talking to me. I looked at my kids and I told them exactly that. We have no choice. Now, there were 4 of us. That meant, at that point, it was much more difficult. That meant 16 brand new associates. Now, we're not sponsor monsters. If you're not a sponsor monster leader, we drive lines. We're bringing 1 or 2 people and we're driving lines. And sponsor monsters, 16 in 8 weeks, for us, that's a lot. And we did not know how. So if that's your first question, we did not know. So we left convention knowing the job. And the short story is that we were driving to a tennis event, my son and I, and it came to me like a lightning bolt. I knew exactly how we were going to accomplish this. And it took, I want to challenge you. If you know there's lifetime money on the line, the opportunity for that kind of bonus, and you crunch for 8 weeks, 8.5, what we have right now, and you put your all into it. We did more presentations, more parties, more events than we probably have ever done in one little short time. But I want you to ask yourself, what is it worth? Because it's not every year. You don't get to do this every year. This is one time that you get to make up for when you didn't get it done. Now, all 4 of us went lifetime premier platinum paysetter, except that one lost hers. And the last night, the auto order, that one had auto order requirements. This one does not, but that one did. And somebody changed their mind on their 3rd month or something like that. And she lost hers. And so she was premier paysetter. But we actually had all 16 new associates, all of the points necessary, all qualified. And if you had asked me the chances of that happening, I would have said like 0.5% is the chance that I felt like we had as a team, and we did it. So in this case, I'm going to my team members, and I'm going after 100 team members that want to work towards this, because even if they only get 2 instead of 4, they've got customers this time they can use. And the customers for them are easy. And so I just want to tell you, if you step out and you decide to do this, that light bulb will also go off for you, and you'll know exactly what to do. You'll know exactly how to do it. Or someone in your team, you can have a mastermind session. Someone in the team is going to come up with all the ideas necessary to push this through. And there are going to be thousands of lives changed that are the clients right now out there that don't know about USANA. And this is more for them than it is for us. I want to tell you that right now. So, Lori, that's just my little 2 cents worth about Premier Platinum Pacesetter.
No, I appreciate that, Patti. I think that you are spot on in, if I was looking at where I would focus my time, well, I can tell, my team will tell you, we're focused on helping individuals really look and who are those individuals in their team that need to achieve Premier Platinum Pacesetter. The opportunity that Kevin has given us with the recall and being able to go back out to individuals that may have missed this in the beginning, but now that they can go back out and they can use customer enrollments as well as preferred customer volume is, I mean, exceptional. It's such a great opportunity for them. And so I want to make sure that all of you, as I mentioned at the beginning, be active, be really active and engaged in looking at those individuals that are in your business right now that are not Premier Platinum Pacesetter and help them achieve that. Focus in, as Patti said, do as many parties and presentations and a Renew You event and a Tel Aviv experience and whatever that looks like. Just do many, many, many of them and get as many customers and associates as you can over these next 8.5 weeks so that you can accomplish this remarkable goal. I mean, to be able to earn lifetime matching bonus then on every new Premier Platinum Pacesetter you bring in or a Pacesetter that you bring in, that's tremendous. That's huge to your commissions. So I want to encourage all of you to stay focused. We at the home office side, when it comes to the new products, I know this question was asked to Rob, we are going to be helping individuals transition on the toothpaste. Those that have ginkgo will be helping them transition to Copa Prime. Those that have phytoestrogen will be helping them transition to Estro Pro. And then also we'll start helping individuals. Coconut 30 and perflavanol C100 in the U.S. is still staying right now, but we will help individuals understand the benefits of upgrading. So we're going to be doing that on our side for the home office with communication in email. So let's stay focused for this next 8.5 weeks on these Premier Platinum Pacesetters and helping people achieve that. And we'll do our part on our side to help associates and preferred customers get transitioned over to those great new products. And I just look at the momentum that can be built in a matter of 8 weeks within your business. That's the exciting part about this. And like I said, whether it's 2 individuals that you help, you have 8 new teammates at the end of 8 weeks. If it's 5 new individuals, then you have 20 new teammates. I mean, you just look at the opportunity ahead of you in identifying those individuals.
Lori, I was going to tell everyone that, there were so many people when we made the decision to take all 4 of us Premier Platinum. There were so many people in our lives that we might have already mentioned USANA to. We might have actually sat down with them before. And I remember 2 specific ones where I just made a phone call and said, you know what, it's time that you are part of USANA. I want to come out. And the gentleman said, you are right. It is time that I get healthy. Come on out. And he joined the business without even a question. I was on the tennis courts with another one, a friend that I had talked to a little bit before. I just looked at her and said, it's actually time that you get on USANA. Let's just get this done. And she said, you are so right. It is time. So they're waiting for your confidence. They're waiting for you to say, you know what, it's time we get you taken care of. It's time that we get you part of the team. It's time we get you on the products. Let's get this done. And they are ready. They're just waiting for someone to encourage them and to want them. Sometimes we need to want them in our team or as customers. They're still part of the USANA family when they're customers. And they want to be wanted. And sometimes more than anything, they want to be wanted. Yeah,
I think as our human needs, people want to be valued and appreciated. And the knowledge, as I mentioned, the knowledge and experience that all of you have on this call, people need that. And people need what you have. You have this great knowledge and experience and this great supplements to be able to offer individuals and being able to help people improve their health. But as you're talking about being part of a team, people want to belong to something that makes them feel great. And so being part of a really good community, which the USANA family is exceptional. I mean, you can see that on a daily basis as you plug into any of the different leaders, any of the associates, who they are, their content. We just attract just remarkable individuals. And so people need to be a part of something great right now. They want to be a part of something that makes them feel good. And so I really feel like we have that with the community. I mean, obviously we have exceptional leadership, we have exceptional products, exceptional business, and being able to be part of this wonderful USANA family and this community. It's a remarkable opportunity that sometimes I don't think that we really put out there enough, and our excitement and our energy. And I'm starting to see that really come through and shine through a lot of different individuals. And it's really great to be able to see people, they're so proud to belong to this great USANA family and being able to share that with others.
You know, Lori, I want to just give maybe a parting statement to those who were not in the convention arena. There was something that touched my heart that will touch yours, and I think it might help you with your business for this next 12 months. And that was the picture of Dr. Wentz. He and Prudence and Dr. Dennis Waitley were sitting high in the auditorium, and the cameras would go to them many different times. And you know, we have an MVP. He's not here today, but Dan Masuga is a crazy man, and he is seriously like the all-star of USANA because he's got all of the Dr. Oz stuff and all the athletes, and oh my gosh, if you could just feel the unbelievable excitement of all these athletes that were in the room. And then the different times Dr. Oz came in and Kevin, they were on scooters going all over the arena. We kept getting these shots of Dr. Wentz and Prudence and Dennis. And if you could have seen the look on Dr. Wentz's face, to know how much we love USANA, how much we love what he's created. There were so many people thanking him in their talks. And they were inspiring stories, like life-changing stories. And Dr. Wentz was so touched. He was emotional. You could just feel his heart beating. And I'm going to tell you that we owe it to Dr. Wentz to get out there and take 100 people in our team's Platinum Pacesetter, Premier Platinum, because he is so touched by the ripple effect of what he has created in the healthiest family on earth. And I hope that you take that really seriously. I wish I could give you that picture that I have in my mind of him.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think, so I had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Wentz prior to convention, and we presented to the board of directors, some of the executive team, and to have the board of directors and Dr. Wentz say, I've never been more confident in the direction that we're going in continuing to create the healthiest family on earth. It's just kind of that tipping point of, you look at all of these great products and Rob and what his team have created, and Dan with the athletes, and Dr. Oz and the relationships and partnerships that we've created within the USANA family. And, you know, as I mentioned, our remarkable associates, leadership, products, business. I mean, it's a great opportunity for everyone to really look at where you're currently at and being able to get out there and bring people along in the healthiest family on earth and creating the healthiest family on earth and bringing people along in this journey. So,
Lori, I do have to ask you a question. I think Nathan's probably been stressed with this question in the queue. If someone is already a lifetime Pacesetter, not Platinum.
Yes.
do they, in their requalification, do they go ahead and start like the rest of the people from zero, still have to have 4 or more and 1,600 points? And then, Laura, can it be 4 or to 6 to 8 customers with no new associates? Can the entire thing be accomplished with just customer base?
Yes. Yeah, as long as those 4 have 100 points, and then, like I said, that can be 50 points on the initial and 50 points on their auto order during that 8-week period. But anybody who is annual or Premier Pace Setter that wants to achieve Premier Platinum Pace Setter, everyone it's the 4 enrollments, associates or PCs, with 100 points for each one of those 4 enrollments, and 1,600 points total in the 8-week time, and really 8.5 weeks now. So,
and that, just remember, everyone, if you're brand new to this information, 1,600 points is from those personally sponsored customers or associates. So you might need 8 if they're only putting through, 100 now and 100 later. You have to have a total of 1,600 points from those personally sponsored customers or associates. Okay, so we used to do 400. We did 4 people, 400 entrants, which you can still do, or we did 200 entrants and 200 auto order. But my warning on that one is those 4 have to be in with their initial order by a month before the cutoff, because your auto order has to process before October 18th. So, a lot of guilt goes to those of us who let our people drag on and wait till the last week or 2 and go, I think I'm going to go Premier Platinum. It's really hard. It's really hard, and you can't use any auto orders. But if you'll do all the hard stuff in September, by September 18th, or whatever date that's going to be, it's going to be real close. Yep. You have the auto orders that process by October 18th. So within that 30 days, and then you're golden. Now remember, what if somebody doesn't do their auto order? You've got to replace those points. You can't kick back. And always have more than you think. Always have more than you need. Have 5, not 4, or have 8, not 4. Have cushion, and they cannot send back product. I believe that's always been the rule in the 30 days or 28 days following their purchase. They cannot send back that product, or that doesn't count. Is that correct, Lori?
Yeah, I think it's important for what you're mentioning of don't wait, right? Don't wait till the last 2 weeks and try and get everybody in. Really work right now in these next 4 weeks to work on getting customers that then reorder with their auto order. So that's one of the areas that I completely agree, Patti, and always get more. Always have that 5th or 6th just in case, so that you're covered that way, and you don't have to be worried about it or stressed about it. And for those of you that are looking at this going, but I'm nervous about this, or you're telling yourself all of these different things in your head, you know what? There are so many opportunities within the USANA community to plug individuals into customer events, to associate events, to different programs. The USANA United States is going to have some product training on these new products that you can be able to plug people in. So make sure, it's what you tell yourself on a daily basis and how you talk to yourself. You can go out and share these great products. Getting one person on a probiotic, getting one person on Rev3, getting one person on Cell Essentials. It is very easy to be able to go out and share these great products. And don't get discouraged. If you get 3 or 4 people that tell you no, you know what? Call somebody that will encourage you to keep going, because that's one of the things that I've noticed, at least in my USANA experience, is surrounding yourself with individuals that will pick you up and encourage you to keep going. Because you're going to have tough days, and that's okay. That's where you're going to learn from. But I want it, Patti's going through this. Go out there, and you can make it happen. I know you can.
You know what? Part of the reason we don't step forward is risk. And if you bring in one new person And Lori just talked about, they have 350 people in their sphere of influence on just social media, and that multiplies. So yes, you want 4 or 5 or 6 to go Premier Platinum. That's the goal. That's the race. That's the fun. That's the excitement. But I want to give you grace right here and say, please go for it and allow yourself to enjoy every step, every new customer, every new associate. And at the end, you've done your best and you are farther ahead than you were when you started.
Yep, I agree.
All right, well, Lori, thank you. I have to say thank you to all of you, Sana. Thank you from all of us. As I said in the beginning, tonight, thank you to the U.S. field, to TJ, to Nathan for helping set this all up. Thank you to Dr. Rob Sinnott and that amazing scientific team. That's what keeps us all just cranking. And Lori, thank you. You have been a real trooper. I think they called her a tiger. I can't remember what I think it was David Mullum said. She just was like pouncing, is like, we have to do this and we have to do this and we have to do this. And she fought for us like a tiger. You know, you don't think of Lori as a tiger because she's just this tiny little girl on stage, but she knows what you need and want, and she's been fighting for that for us. And so let's make her proud, everyone. Lori, thank you for being the great vice president that you are.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for taking the time to join us. We're going to answer questions. We will post this on the USANA Associate community page, and we'll continue to answer all of your questions. As I mentioned, the sales team is also available, and all of your sales teams, regardless if you're in the United States or where you're at, are just remarkable. They're ready. They want to help. VIP is exceptional, and the customer service team has been trained on all of this. We want to make sure that we can help guide you through, help you understand everything. And so we're here to provide you with great customer support as we move forward. And thanks, Patti, so much for your leadership and for hosting this evening. So,
fun.
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
All right, I will see you as we start working together out there. Let's really communicate through social media and let's make it happen. All right, good night, everyone. Blessings.
The future's upon us. We are